Wrong address. I like how they're all, it's all just sleepy, and then there's one that's sock. Hi, Sleepy. I should get some water before we start. Okay, I'm back. I just wanted to make sure there was enough content for the stream. Yeah, it definitely helps a lot. It saves me from having to look for things. I wish this chair arm would sit. I eat too much. I suck. Just to remove stomach. Now, I didn't really prepare a whole lot for this, despite planning it in advance. I just like, yeah, throw in a random time. I even like look at what I was doing. I read up on it a little bit, and it says that speaking in a slow, steady pace is good. So I don't know. having both my Pathfinder sessions this weekend, just the day before. Yeah. I've I have been very sleepy. I have mostly slept all day this month. Psychological damage. Cease, what happened to you liking Fauna as ASMR? Hi, Pavilion. I don't really know much about it either. All I know is people keep telling me I should do ASMR, so here I am. Burp in my ear ASMR. Fauna is... Oh, okay. I see how it is. I'm not worthy to compare. Fauna is the fictional... No! Look, you guys gotta get out of the mentality that Fauna is fictional. She's a real person. Just like I am. They are real? Yes. Plant. People are real? Fuck. Hi, Bugatti. Yes, ASMR. It's finally here. I thought deer was just like an eldritch horse chilling in the forest. They might be, honestly. They've been hunted down by the CIA to keep them away from I don't know. Have you ever seen a deer? I think not. I'm joining the war on deer. On the side of deer. The war on deer. Should I boost up my volume? I don't know if I'm loud enough. Also, this probably sound like I'm dying as well. Because I've been coughing right before this. And I'm trying to bass boost it. Okay. Bass boosted. My ears. Yeah, you wanna... Surely this will be very satisfying to hear. Does it sound bad though if I do... So what if we can reduce the mid... Oh gosh. That doesn't sound bad actually. Good God. Oh. I don't know, how does this sound? Actually, I think I shouldn't subdue my highs. That sounds fine. I'll go put that back. Increase the bass. Do you guys prefer my more bassy voice? Or would you prefer a more treble? Because I can switch between them pretty fine. but I think this is the more bassy voice. Bassy is my opinion, but I am biased. I see. Natural voice is fine with me. Yeah. Okay, so for the coughing and other random noises you usually do. Desktop exposed, yes. So I have a Google Drive. It was put in the streaming channel of my Discord. I'm going to read some things from it. Weather toolbar? No, it's just something that Windows gives you. I can't really remove it. Please don't dox it. Just messing. Look, I don't know, sucks. Sometimes you be like the most computer illiterate, and then sometimes you're very computer literate. Don't worry, I won't show the thing on stream. We have corners of a triangle from Sleepy, and it says apartment complex. I find it quite simple. You telling me shrimp? You telling me shrimp fried this rice? Based on what? This is embarrassing, I want you to know. Very embarrassing. I work IT for a living. I'm usually just trolling. Okay. I don't know. Keep reading. Okay, we have another one from Sleepy. I've come to make an announcement. Shadow the Hedgehog is the bitch-ass motherfucker. He pissed on my fucking wife. That's right. He took his hedgehog fucking curly dick out, and he pissed on my fucking wife, and he said his dick was this big. And I said, that's disgusting. So, I'm making a call-out post on my twitter.com. Shadow the Hedgehog, you got a small dick. It's the size of this walnut, except way smaller. And guess what? Here's what my dog looks like. That's right, baby. All point. No quills. No pillows. Look at that. It looks like 2 balls and a bong. He fucked my wife, so guess what? I'm gonna fuck the earth. That's right. This is what you get, my super laser piss. Ah. I'm thinking of the Spanish Goku ASMR scream. Except I'm not gonna piss on the earth. I'm gonna go higher. I'm pissing on the moon. How do you like that, Obama? I pissed on the moon, you idiot. You have 23 hours before the piss and the droplets hit the fucking earth. Now, get out of my fucking sight before I piss on you, too. And that was Sleepy again. Well, I'm gonna find it. Oh, I had this type slower, don't I? For ASMR. This is the one. Okay, guys. Who cares about original content, right? Is it? You can't hear it at all? Turn up the stream. You're stupid. Oh wait, no, I see what you mean. Come on, everyone. Super Saiyan ascend with me. He sounds like a fan. Like a fan blowing air. What is this one called? Heva. Okay, you guys ready for this one? So it goes, have a nice day. That's it. That's all it does. That's all it says. Have a nice day. I don't do the nya thing very often. Have a nice day. Oh my god. Hello everyone. How are you? Fine, thank you. And then we got, remember that when you feel scared or frightened, never forget times when you feel happy. When day is dark, always remember happy day. Pokemon cries. Cricket. Oh my goodness, sleepy. Rats. 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 Rat. Wait, no, it's rats. Rats. Where are the rats? We pray at night. We stalk at night. Where are the rats? I'm the giant rat that makes all the rules. Let's see what kind of trouble we get ourselves into. We have Still Water, a visual novel. Wait. Is this free? Oh, it is. Sock told me to play a game. I'm not gonna do the yippee thing. Yippee! Do I have to do this in ASMR? I have to do this while whispering. Oh shit, it's on sale. Read to me. Okay. Alright, bitch. A bitch. Excuse me, excuse you. It's an hour-long visual novel. Oh shit, free content. Wait. Do I have to change, or should I put my microphone closer to me? I don't know. I should have practiced for this. You gotta make up a new voice for each character, though. I'll try. That's hard because I'm like focusing on maintaining the vibration in my vocal cords while also like being as quiet as possible. But I'll try. I don't suddenly get loud. Her vibration levels? Yes, I am. Oh. Woof. Yay! Do I have to change my... Fuck it, I'll just change it to still water. There are 6 followers for this game. Alright, can you guys hear the game? Cool. Oh! My bad. Now if I want to, I can whisper. I can whisper very loud. Hello? Can you hear me? How about now? How about now? How about now? How about now? The voices, 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 the voices. I hear your background, yeah. Me and my silly little my silly little fans. You sound like that child thing of FNAF. I don't know what you mean by that. I mean, I could add a reverb, but I don't have what I use break room. Oh, but there's... Oh, it's a theme, okay. This is a work of fiction. The resemblance to any real-life people is purely coincidental. This game contains depictions of horror, mature themes, violence, and strong language. Wait, should I? I should turn my gain up on my actual microphone. Oh, you know... Sorry. You know what? I do have an ASMR mode on this mic. No water drinking redeem. Hello? Oh, it's on the back. And the front? Yeah, it's... Is it this one? Hello? Hold on. Hello? You can hear me on different sides of the microphone. This is weird. It's like I'm behind you. She's right behind me, isn't she? The voices, the voices, the voices, the voices, the voices, the voices, the voices. I heard you in the back of my head. The voices. Come on, drink some water. I know you want to. Should I, hold on. Should I turn up the gain more? Do I have it up? Oh. I have kind of spooks, but I'm for it. Isn't this what people like in ASMR? They like it when they have people on the left and right ear. Wait. Do it. Don't do it. Do it. Don't do it. I am the angel. I am the devil. Do it. Don't do it. Do it. Do your taxes now. Don't do it. I have another request. What's your request? Do that sound. Bug, 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 bug. Oh, like bug. Bug. Mm-hmm. What if I just like cartoon, like swallow, like. Anyway. Bug. Bug. Goofy is a smart stream. You know what? I have you one better. I hold up a middle finger. Wait, I think there's that ASMR version of this. I'm sorry, I had to do that at least once. I want you to know the title says soft falling sound of metal pipe ASMR, but it's louder than the original audio. I legit felt my head was bashed in. Anyway, this is a work of fiction. The resemblance to any real-life people is purely coincidental. This game contains depictions of horror, mature themes, violence, and strong language. Viewer discretion is advised. The caretaker. I'm sorry, but I can't stay here anymore, Nina. I feel like I'm going crazy. Calm down. We can just talk this out. So many strange things keep happening after what? Every day there is this damn dripping sound. I thought it was just something leaking at first, but I check every faucet, every ceiling, every pipeline, and still I hear it everywhere, constantly echoing in my ears. Oh, but the water. I find random pools of water just appear out of nowhere, just like the dripping. But it's at night. It's at night when it comes. I don't know if it's my paranoia, but I swear I could hear footsteps walking along the hallways, walking on the pools of water. They walk and they walk upstairs, then downstairs, and upstairs and downstairs, and upstairs and downstairs, and upstairs and downstairs, and upstairs and downstairs. And it goes on and on and on and on like that. But somehow it does come to an end, and it ends all in front of your grandfather's room. I know this is a lot, but you have to believe me. No matter how many times I clean, it just won't end. I can't stay here any longer. I'm sorry, Nina. It's okay. I understand. Thank you for taking care of my grandfather. Nina, please listen to me. I don't know what's happening around here, but... The woman on the phone cautiously looks around before speaking again in a hushed tone. Something terrible is lurking through this house. I don't know what it is, but please, as soon as you get back, take your grandfather and just leave this place. I can't leave. This is my home. But I can't just leave. This is my home. That's my home. Please, Nina, this place is not safe. I don't know what you saw, but I can't just leave things like this. It's my home. It's my home. Diner, 7 a.m. Amid a foggy morning, there sits a man by the corner of a booth. He drinks black coffee and, depending on his mood, occasionally orders a donut. And today it was just black coffee. Hugo. Ugh. I swear I've never seen that amount of paperwork in my life. A freaking mountain worth of it. You're a valuable member of your team, Hugo. My foot. I'm starting to believe that I was bamboozled into joining their agency. Hugo Lawrence, age 30, takes a good look at his cup of joe and chugs it all in one sitting. He then continues to grumble to himself about last night's grueling work at the office. I really need to find a different job. As he contemplates his poor life choices, he looks out towards the early mist. There was something inherently terrifying about the fog to him. How it engulfs everything and nothing. Even if it disappears, it always leaves behind traces. Proof of it remaining. Even in a quaint little town like this, I can't even run away from my fate, I guess. Hugo finally stares at the compiled newspaper clippings he put together. Some of them from recent events, but mainly all were past headlines of missing person cases. No matter how many times I see this, it's still just as hard to look at. Dictating case after case, he can't help but remind himself that there is a reason for all of this. An all too personal reason. Seeing strange things come with a price. In the end, I'm the one doing this to myself. Sounds rough. Mind if I join you? An annoyingly familiar voice interrupts his train of thought. He slowly looks up to see one responsible, although reluctantly. Good morning, Hugo. Hugo scowls and turns away from him, then gathers the files, shoves it back into the binder. Meanwhile, the tall man that takes this as an initiative sits at the opposite end of the booth. He greets the waitress passing by and orders himself the hefty body breakfast special with an extra plate. As usual, the waitress is happy to oblige and goes back to the counter to relay his order. The man then looks back at Hugo. He sees the empty cup, now jumbled newspaper clippings, all the while Hugo is trying to ignore him. You should eat something with that black coffee. Not ordering any donuts today? I'm fine, Noah. I'm just not in the mood, okay? Not even a little? There's a momentary silence between them before Noah disturbs it once more. Well, too bad for you. I ordered the big breakfast for the two of us. As if the world could grace Noah with an even more perfect punchline, the food arrives. Why the hell did you order for the two of us? Just eat what you want to eat. Don't worry about me. Oh, wow, this looks delicious. Right, Hugo? Hello, Suze. What the fuck, the one on the right? He is pretty hot. Come on, we both know that if you don't want to eat now, who knows when you will, and I'm not about to let you faint again. So, open wide. Noah de Leon, aged 27, a natural-born charmer, is just as equally persuasive as he is threatening. Hey Zachary, what's up? With a pensive look, Hugo finally gives in and eats the generous spoonful without further complaints. It's good, right? Good food will always help cheer you up. Damn him, I got swept away in them again, and they were roommates. This is definitely giving boyfriend's vibe. Working and chilling. I feel sorry for you. It's sleepy month. The sleepy month, where everyone wants to sleep. He's very attractive. Oh, by the way, the chief will be out for a business trip. She mentioned it will be for a couple of days. Oh, and did she tell you this? I didn't hear anything about it. Yesterday, I think. Yesterday? She told me to sort out the cabinets yesterday. I'm trying so hard. A little night immersion. Here, you can have a She told me to sort out the cabinets yesterday. She didn't mention anything about a business trip. I guess it was pretty sudden then. Well, I mean, she did tell me to tell you. And lucky me, I know where you go every morning. You know what? I'm not surprised anymore. Well, what do you want to do? We technically have the day off. I'm gonna head back to the office. There's a couple boxes I didn't get the chance to sort out. Remind me of that Phasma ghost. In that case, I'll come with you. Wait, should I angle it more like this? Or like this? Oh, I'm sorry. The intrusive thoughts. Okay, but I'm actually trying to give an ASMR performance. I can't be too silly. And pass up this opportunity to get to know you better. Quit it. After the enlightening banter, the two of them finish their breakfast, pay for their meals, and head to Hugo's car. As Noah opens the door to the passenger seat, he notices the bloodhound sleeping inside. The big dog stirs at the sound of the car opening, lazily stares at Noah. Ah, I'm sorry, big guy. He then closes the door while trying not to make too much noise to disturb its occupant. Colby. At the sound of his name, his heavy-lidded eyes slowly peek to see who calls for him. It is his one and only partner, his human. As if he's finally realizing who he is or where he is, the bloodhound stares up from his sleep, pounces at Hugo, and proceeds to wag his tail uncontrollably. Good morning again, Colby. Had a nice nap? Colby, 8 years old, Hugo's most faithful and loving partner in crime, has the biggest tendency to just sleep all over the place. Noah, who is witnessing all of this from the back seat, chuckles to himself. He's amazed and slightly defeated at Hugo's sudden surge of energy. Ha! It doesn't matter how many times I try. When it comes to boosting up his mood, no one can beat Colby. Right, left, right. The three headed back to the office. The space just the same as Hugo left it. A decent, organized mess. To his credit, for the amount of boxes he painstakingly went through, he believes he did a fair job. Albeit it could have been better. Wow, you really outdid yourself, Hugo. Wow, it looks less crowded. Ah, shut it, will you? I said I was gonna go out. I said I was gonna go get to it. Thanks, boy. Before Hugo could continue to give head pats, he noticed someone. A woman stands timidly, peering outside from the storefront. The woman appears a bit frantic. Disheveled, wearing ill-fitted clothes, she appears to be distressed about something. When she finally makes eye contact with Hugo, she immediately rushes in. I'm sorry. I know that the close sign is up, but I saw you come in, and are you alright, miss? I need your help. My grandfather, he... Before she could continue, Noah swiftly intervenes. It's okay. We'll hear what you have to say. So please, why don't you take a seat? Noah gestures to one of the empty chairs. The poor woman hesitates for a moment before heavily sighing in relief. She then walks towards the corner of the room and sits on a sofa. Can you start off by telling us your name? I'm sorry for earlier. My name is Nina Mortimer. I need help watching over my grandfather tonight. Watching over your grandfather? Yes. I'm sorry, Miss Mortimer, but I don't quite understand. Is he in danger? I'm afraid he is. Miss Mortimer, if that is the case, wouldn't contacting the police be better? No. I tried requesting their help, but they all gave me the same answer. There's nothing they can do about it. If only I knew who Louis was. Louis? No. No. During the day, I'm working as a fine cook at night. As a line cook at night. Yeah, definitely. Nina fidgets at the name. She looks to the side before reaching out from her bag for an antique letter. My grandfather, he received a cryptic message the other day. It didn't come with an address or the name of the sender. However, the only thing I did pick up was the name. Oh, the music just cuts. As she hands over the letter, Hugo notices her hands. I hate the S sound. Whitewashed Caspio here. What? As she hands over the letter, Hugo notices her hands slightly shaking. Whatever lies on this note must have shaken her this badly. Delicately, Hugo removes the content of the envelope and unfolds it. At first glance, it seems like any normal written message. A person named Louis asking the other, Henry, to come meet him by the lake at midnight, needing to share something important with him. However, what's eerily striking about this letter is not the message itself. Rather, at the bottom of the page, a sentence far more disturbing is written. I am coming for you, Henry. Henry, I am coming for... I couldn't contain myself. Who's that? Henry. Were there any other letters like this? Yes. Yes, a few of them. I thought it was a sick joke at first, but this one was different. Up until now, I've never heard of anyone by that name. Not a relative or a family friend. But they clearly don't know who my grandfather is. I don't know if I don't do something about this, I'll lose. I'll lose him too. Just by uttering the words alone, Nina breaks down. Hiding away her tear-streaked face, she begins to quietly sob to herself. Can you guys still hear my background? Which one was the game again? Waluigi. Well, now you can. That's the sound of my computer. Yeah, I'm gonna try... Oh, that sounds pretty clear. What do you guys think? Or is this better? Close? Far? Close? Far? Close? Far? Okay, close. Do you guys like should I do like the microphone tapping thing? Probably gentler would be better. I'll be right back. I need to get some water. Hello, I'm back. As you could probably hear from my microphone noises. Let me get comfortable. Close. Testing, testing. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Mmm. 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 Hiding. Oh, that's a bit loud. Hiding away her tear-streaked face, she begins to quietly sob to herself. As an act of comfort, Colby sits closely to Nina while Noah fetches tissues for her. Hugo. I don't like the whispering thing. Hugo, on the other hand, is puzzled. Let's turn that back down. This very well could be a prank, but you seem certain. Certain that whoever or whatever this Louis person is, they're coming. Do you want more tissues? I'll do it. I'll take on your case. For a moment, silence fills the room. Only stares are directed at Hugo until Nina finally stands up and walks towards him. Yeah, I don't know if you guys like the whole left and right thing, but it's kind of annoying. Oh. Okay, microphone. It's whatever. Okay. Only stares are directed at Hugo until Nina finally stands up and walks towards him. You'll take it? Hugo simply nods. Thank you. Thank you. You don't know how much this means to me. We're glad to help Miss Nina. Nina is fine. Well, Nina, we'll do our best. Nina slightly smiles at Hugo before reaching into her bag once more and taking out a note. 47970 Church Street. I'll be sure to greet you once you get there, Detective. She politely bows once more before heading to her car and drives back home. Once out of sight, Hugo turns to look at his cluttered desk. Still messy, but presentable. I guess I'll have to sort these out later again. Car, 5:30. From the ongoing downpour to the quiet hums of the car, they sit in silence, still miles off from their destination. Hugo constantly checks the rear view mirror. Noah, who usually chats his ear off by now, sits completely still. He looks out to the passing streetlights, reserved and distant. Hey, you're a lot quieter than usual. What's wrong? This is a surprise. Have you been looking at me, Hugo? No, you idiot. You usually just talk a lot, and that's all. So, do you miss talking to me? Do you miss me talking a lot? Just say it. I didn't want to offend Janina earlier, so I kept quiet until she finished. But it's her last name that caught me off guard. Have you ever heard about the Mortimers? They're a pretty distinguished family. Well, they used to be. What do you mean? They've been struck with so many tragedies that over time people began to believe they were cursed or something. Every other year, I would see a headline in the local news about one of the family members' deaths. And you know what's strange? All of them have been labeled as accidents. No foul play, no foul play, no nothing. Just another unfortunate event for the family. Maybe I understand why she wouldn't go to the police. She probably thought they'd perceive her as a paranoid or hysterical. Or worse, crazy. I can't imagine all of this for Nina. And most of all, who knows what we'll find there? Who knows what we'll find there? Oh, I don't know how to go back. Well, partially. Oh. Wait. Open dyslexic. Well, that's cool. What was? Is that why you decided to come with me? Well, partially. I'm more worried about you, though. Think of it this way. I'm the appointed driver. And when you decide to do some pretty reckless shit, I'll be there to drive you to the local hospital. Ugh. Besides, two are better than one. Exactly. I was fine with Colby coming with me. Well, have you heard that 3 is better than 2? The Mortimer Estate, 6 p.m. Passing through countless dirt roads and steep cliffs, the estate reveals itself beyond the evergreen. Nestled and tucked away from prying eyes, it stands tall, looming from a distance. Hugo and Noah could only gaze at the sheer scale of the manor as they parked adjacent to Nina's car. Wow, and to think she came all this way just to request us? It took us more than a couple of hours to get here. Maybe she really didn't have a choice. What do you mean? Come on, she's waiting for us. Immediately after exiting the driver's seat, a sudden sharp pain weighs heavy on Hugo's chest. Grasping tightly at his coat, he begins to gasp for air. His gaze hazes as he leans close to the car. Like a fish drawn out from sea, he desperately heaves. But this ache he harbors pales in comparison to a pain far more excruciating. Is it the house? No, something far more sinister. He feels it. Someone is watching him. A piercing gaze is fixed on him, like leering at a bug and waiting to strike. I'll never forgive you. What the hell? Damn it, already? I need to hurry or else. Hey, are you alright? Noah calls out to him, snapping him out of his fixated trance. Colby nudges his head against Hugo, whining with concern over his partner's well-being. Did you hear that just now? Hear what? The voice. It was so close to my ear. Is everything alright? You know what? Maybe I will use it. Oh yeah, there it goes. I shouldn't have eaten so much before this. It's making it harder. Free my lungs, free them. Oh, I'm fine. Don't mind me. I'm just a bit winded out from the trip, that's all. I'd be happy to make you coffee at the very least. If it's no trouble. No, not at all. It's the least I can do. Once again, the subtle uneasiness. What did I just say? Once again, this subtle uneasiness from Nina surfaces. But before Hugo could get a chance to look further into it, she walked off towards the front porch without saying another word. Are you sure she's alright? You sounded like you were choking earlier. I said I'm fine. Besides, we're already here, and we can't back out now. Listen to me, I think you should. Noah abruptly cuts his lecture short as he notices Nina stopping by the front door. As she stands there silently, as if contemplating something. I know this may sound rude, but I didn't get a chance to know your names. Well, you were pretty out of it when you walked in. I'm really sorry about that. No worries. Is Detective Hugo Lawrence and his assistant, Colby. And I'm his second assistant, Nova de Leon. It seems so surreal, just like a cartoon. Nina meekly smiles before turning away from them. I haven't been quite honest with you, Detective Lauren. Just like before, as if carefully choosing her next words, she decides that in this situation, words are not enough. You'll see for yourselves what I mean. And with that, Nina enters the house, leaving the three to follow behind. Hugo is about to enter through the foyer when he feels a tug on his arm. Arr. Don't forget what I told you. If something happens, let me know right away. You'll be the first to know. And with that, Noah releases his grip on Hugo. They proceed to head in, not knowing what awaits them behind the door. Greeted with a brightly lit hallway, Hugo notes that the interior is just as grand. Adorned with the floral accents and antique paintings, it exudes an elegant charm found only in a resplendent house such as this. However, Hugo notices something even more distinct than the splendor. The house is much more terrifying inside than out. Please come this way. Bracing themselves, they enter the dimly lit drawing room. At first glance, Hugo could not discern the silhouette situated at the far corner. However, on closer inspection, he now understands the reason for all of Nina's unsettling vagueness. Grandfather, we have guests. Sitting on the armchair is a young man. He is dressed in a wide-collared down dress shirt, tucked in with black slacks and black penny loafers. Staring only at the window, the young man sits there dazed with little acknowledgement of the people around him. Still, motionless, like a doll. Grandpa, these are the people I spoke of. This is Detective Laurent and his two assistants, Colby and Noah. They're going to help us. Even after introducing them to the head of the Mortimer estate, Hugo and Noah could not help but feel unnerved. The man before them is supposed to be frail and older than any of them. And yet, here he remains, forever unchanging, forever young. They've come a long way, so I'll be making some coffee. Would you like some, Grandpa? The young man still does not reply back, never glancing at Nina or anyone else in the room, only fixed on the rain. I'll be sure to make a cup for you, too. She then timidly gestures to Hugo and Noah back to the foyer. Bearing more questions, the two follow Nina outside. But before they can leave the drawing room, Hugo takes one last look at the young man. There's an all too familiar air about Henry Mortimer. His eyes, they're similar to his own. Whatever he must be longing for, Hugo knows it will not end well. Nina, that man. Yes, he's my grandfather, the one I asked you all to watch over. I know this is hard to believe, but... Nina draws something up from her pocket. It's an antique picture of a young man with slicked back hair wearing a luxurious suit. He appears to be poised and refined, a complete contrast to the current Henry Mortimer. This isn't much to go by, but I swear he's the same person. Then why does he look so young? It happened a few nights ago. I was on my way to get a cup of tea when I heard the loud thud coming from my grandfather's room. I was worried that something fell over, so I went to go check. When I opened the door, I found him collapsed on the ground. I rushed to help him up, but when I did, he looked so different. So many things were rushing to my head, and yet he felt so familiar to me. He wore the same clothes that my grandpa wore that night. And his face, I recognized his face. He just looked younger. That was also the same night I found that letter. It was next to him, already opened. I'm sorry again for all of this. No matter who I went to, they either said something was wrong with me or my family. With everything going on, maybe they're right. The pools of water, the dripping sounds, the letter, and all this. Maybe my family really is cursed. They're not. Curse is not real. Detective? I think we easily get too involved in believing that sort of thing exists. In reality, the one who fixates on it feeds off of it. Rumors, doubts, lies, all of those things are what they want to become real. Deep-rooted emotions like that can't possibly be healed or fixed right away. But like a curse, those emotions drag other people down with them. Personally, I think you were caught up in all of this, but I assure you, we'll see this through. For you and your grandfather. Thank you. Good. Now, our first priority is to find out more about Louis. Nina, the letter you showed us back at the agency, do you have it with you? Yes, it's here. Do you mind if I borrow it for a bit? I'll be sure to give it back. Of course. I'll check upstairs, Noah. You and Colby check the ground floor. Got it. Before they leave to do their own investigations, Hugo grabs a hold of Noah's shoulder, leans in close enough for Nina to not hear. Keep a close eye on Mr. Mortimer and Nina, especially Nina. Okay, I'm counting on you. You too, boy. And with that, Hugo heads upstairs, starting his investigation. Mortimer Estate, 11:30 p.m. After searching vigorously through each of the rooms, he knew his findings would eventually lead him here. This is it. Hugo walks towards the nearest lampshade and opens it. Dimly illuminated, he sees the extent of how lavish this part of the house is. From customized drapes to the vintage furniture. Everything here exudes that extravagance. But much like the interior Hugo has seen so far, he finds this one in particular reeks of it. Plastered from wall to wall, a sense of gloom lingers. It's as if the room itself is moldering, despite its preserved nature. I need to hurry. I don't want to stay here for too long. Mortimer Estate, 11:30 p.m. Or is that 11:30? I don't know. I wasn't making attention. He searches and searches, still with no sign of anything. Not one thing pertaining to Louis. Damn it, nothing? It's as if he cleared out everything, just blank everywhere. No, it has to be here. I'm just missing something. He ponders again before remembering the letter. This is the only proof Louis exists so far. I'll try to read it again. Maybe I overlooked it. As he takes the letter out from the envelope, he notices a change within. Bearing no foreboding threat at the bottom of the page, it looks just like a regular letter. What the? If you can't come, then I understand. It's pretty dreary after all. But if I can ask at least one favor of you. But if I can ask one last favor of you, can you keep my locket? I know this is selfish of me, but I'd like for you to have it. I'd be happy knowing it's with you. Thank you for everything, Henry. Forever yours. Oh, it's Lois. Okay. Does that same Lois? I don't fucking know. I hate this name. I thought he was the cause of all this. I don't okay, no, it is Louis. Okay. Without warning, the sound of a click can be heard across the bedroom, as if something unlocked itself. Hugo turns around and sees at the foot of the bed a chest. Unlike the other furniture, its dark and rustic features have not been maintained well. Maintained. Left to rot on its own. Preparing himself, he opens the chest. Inside, scrambled together, are bunches of notebooks and small trinkets. Hugo continues to rummage through when he stumbles across an old newspaper article. Young man found dead by the lake. An unidentified young man was found on the morning of XXXXXX, 3 days prior to his death, according to police. Ruled out as a suicide, the police had claimed that the troubled youth drowned himself. This is certainly a tragic loss, an unfortunate event, indeed. Redacted comments. No claim of his body has been made yet. Louis. By the corner of Hugo's eye, he spots a bright glint buried beneath the clutter. He reaches for it. A locket of brilliant gold shines unblemished, retaining a timeless luster. Inside it safeguards a picture of a young man with glasses smiling brightly. This must be the locket that he was talking about. It's so pretty. I'm surprised it still shines like this. And this picture, did he put it here? No, it might have been Henry. But why would he store it away like this? What should I do? We have a choice here. We can take the locket or leave the locket. We will take the locket. I should probably hold on to this for now. Hugo is about to put everything back into the chest when he feels a wet, cold sensation crawling up his legs. What? Water? A pool of water relentlessly spread across the floor, already seeping onto the chest. Damn it, no! Suddenly, the lights shut off. A scream is heard, followed by a myriad of shouts. Hugo is about to call out to Noah, but stops at the sight of a pale feet before him. Looming over him stands a tall, ominous figure. His face is shrouded in complete darkness, devoid of any human emotion. It appears as a young man, but Hugo knows that it's far from it. No, this very thing is trying to imitate a human form. Trying to be human. Hugo could only stare back. Paralyzed with fear, he is forced to watch the horror as it slowly creeps toward him. It's just like before, the sensation of someone staring at him from within. But this time, it's drawing nearer, inching ever so closely. The words to call out to Colby or Noah fail to reach out. Lodged in his throat, he struggles in pain. With his breathing shallow, he tries to force his body to move. And then it stops, looking down at Hugo, filled with nothing but malice and contempt. It speaks. All of a sudden, the door to the bedroom slams shut and the entity disappears. The tension from his body finally releases its agonizing grip, and he gasps desperately for air. His vision blurred, a breathing jagged, he staggered towards the door. He yanks at the handle several times, but it's tightly jammed. Fuck. No. Noah. Colby. To his dismay, he is only greeted with silence at the other end of the door. Blah, blah, blah. Reading is hard. Damn it. From a distance, he faintly hears the sound of Colby's relentless barking as it gets further away from the house. Hugo rushes towards the window. He tries to pry it open, but just like the door, a heavy force prevents him from doing so. Fuck this. Frantically looking around the room, he spots a nearby chair. Without a moment sooner, Hugo grabs the chair and starts to strike the window. Bit by bit, the window cracks to get larger with each blow, splitting up smaller pieces. What the hell is this thing made out of? Still trying to catch his breath, he musters all the strength he has left for the final blow. Damn you, just break already. Clearing out the remaining glass shards, Hugo peers his head out to see any railing he can grab hold of. However, he discovers that instead of the wall adjacent, is covered in ivy. Despite how heavy the rain has drastically become, he reaches out for it, grabbing a handful of the vines. Carefully, he climbs out of the window, gripping tightly and making sure he doesn't lose his footing. Yet, to his luck, the patch of vines he clutches start to tear away from the wall. Out of desperation, he struggles to find his grip on another, but fails when his hands slip out of reach.
Shit!
Clamoring wildly as he loses his grip on the ivy, he crash lands down onto a thicket of bushes. Air forced out of him, he heaves uncontrollably, trying to even out his breathing. But even that is laborious. An immense pain spreads across not only his back, but his entire body. God, I'm getting too old for this. Although his body screams out in pain, he forces himself up. There is still time. I can do this. I have to do this. With staggering feet and haggard breathing, he makes his way to the place where it all started. To the lake, where this tragedy starts and ends. Mortimer Estate, 12:01 a.m. Finally entering through the park, Hugo calls out to Colby and Noah. Colby, Noah, where are you? He hears faintly the sound of barking and echoes of people yelling in the distance. He rushes towards the echoes, guiding him through the downpour. With his heart racing and blood rushing through his head, he finds his way to the lake. Drawing closer, he sees Nina giving chase to her grandfather. Unfortunately, she doesn't get too far as Noah stops her. Grandpa, stop! Grandpa! Let me go, Grandpa. Nina, please, it's dangerous. You'll get hurt too. I don't care. I don't want to lose anyone anymore. As at that instant, Hugo trudges against the water, pursuing in Nina's stead. Hugo? No, don't. Please fall deaf to his ears. Not even the whines and worried cries of his partner can make him turn back. Determined, he trudges farther in. Nearing the deep end, he sees Henry Mortimer gazing directly at the abyss. He looks even more frail and disheveled, as if all the life had been drained from him. Surrendering it all to the lake. Before Henry can lean in, Hugo reaches out and tugs at his arm. Mr. Mortimer, listen to me. Nothing is waiting for you down there, so please come back to the shore with me. Motionless and unresponsive, he still stares deeply into the water. There are so many things we cannot afford to lose in our lives, and you're one of them. To Nina, you're all she has left. She needs you, Mr. Mortimer. Hugo felt it, a slight jolt from Henry's arm, as if stirred by the mention of Nina. He slowly turns to face Hugo. Nina. However, just as cruel and violent as the storm, Henry jerks back, wrenching his arm away from Hugo's hold on. Wrenching his arm away from Hugo's hold on him. All of this is my fault. If only I had gotten to Louis sooner, then none of this would have happened. Henry inches ever so even closer to the edge. Louis, I'm sorry. I should have. Should have what? Gone in his stead? Gone with him? You know that wouldn't resolve anything. Not for you or Louis. I read what he wrote to you those years ago. He understood if you didn't want to come to see him. But the thing is, Mr. Mortimer, Louis never thought anything less of you. The locket is proof of that. Louis' locket. Yes, it's a symbol of his love for you. That's why you don't have to shoulder all of that pain by yourself anymore. We can talk about it. About you and Louis. All of it. Together. Hugo extends not only his hand to him, but a promise. A promise that Henry had yearned for so long. A way to forgive himself. He hesitates at first. What fool believes in deserved forgiveness? Such a thing doesn't exist. And yet, despite everything, Hugo still reaches out to him. To a stranger. Maybe he can be forgiven. Just as he was about to reach for Hugo, a hand slithers around Henry instead. Its arms unnaturally contort around him while its head perches on his shoulder. This thing, this Louis, is no longer pretending to be human. With piercing, cold, green eyes, it glares directly at Hugo, mocking him, cursing him, wishing nothing but despair. We can be saved. We can be forgiven. There is only one true way out of this. I will share with you the most happiest of endings. Before Hugo could reach out for Henry's hand, he disappears into the water. Mr. Mortimer. Without hearing the anguished cries and desperate pleas, Hugo dives after him into the abyss. Question mark. 12:30 a.m. Plunging into icy water, Hugo feels shocks running rampant through his body, like spikes continually piercing from his legs to the tips of his fingers. Fiercely and unyielding, his chest tightens and his heart races as he begins to kick his legs. Hoping whichever way he goes, he'll find his way to Henry. Swimming deeper and deeper in, he sees a faintlier figure, slowly descending into the darkness. As he finally gets closer to Henry, long, snake-like arms stretch across the void and grab Hugo's neck, violently squeezing all the air out from him. He tries desperately to wrench his hands away. But with each struggle, Hugo's movements begin to weigh heavier and heavier. Louis, where are you, Louis? It's looking for Louis. Digging deep into his coat pocket, he grasps tightly in his hand the locket that Henry kept and had long forgotten, holding it out as it shines ever so brightly in the dark. Ah, there you are. It releases its grip on Hugo and instead reaches out for the locket. Taking this as a chance, he drops the chain and kicks it with all his might to grab Henry's arm. With his heart burning and his body screaming, he desperately swims to the surface. Almost there, I just have to. As the lights from the surface begin to blur, Hugo makes one last attempt to reach for it. With his limbs worn out and his energy spent, this is all he can do. Before he loses his consciousness, he notices a figure swimming towards them. Getting closer and closer. And then everything fades to black. Question mark, question mark. Drifting along with what feels like an endless sea, Hugo courses through wave after wave. Not knowing where he's going, or caring for that matter. All he knows is that he's very, very tired. How long has it been since he had a good night's rest? It's been too long. Maybe I should take the rest now. I like that so much. I agree that you deserve it, but not here. I'm sorry for startling you. I just wanted to see you before I go. Louis. You've done so much for me and Henry. Thank you. No worries. Far from a far distance, a voice cries out to him, beckoning for him to come back. Well, I guess this is it. Take care, Hugo. Lake time unknown. With his eyes closed, his senses still returning, he feels the constant tugs and licks of a certain bloodhound. Whining as he tries to wake up his partner. Hugo! He also hears another familiar voice, too annoyingly close for comfort. Eyes shot right open, he jerks up. Confused, Hugo looks around before he coughs up the remaining water in his lungs. Noah says, "Are you alright?" Noah starts to pat his back while Kobe continues the whine of our Hugo. What happened? Where's Mr. Mortimer? He's safe. So is Nina. They're both okay. The police and the ambulance should be arriving soon. Thank goodness. Isn't there more you have to say to me? Instead of thank goodness. I swear you don't listen to a damn word I say. I'm sorry, Noah. Exhausted, he lets out a sigh. He then continues to pat Hugo's back aggressively when someone approaches them. Detective Lauren? Oh, Nina. There's someone I want you to meet. Behind her stands an elderly man. Frail in stature, he timidly looks to the side pensively as he ponders to himself. Although his youth is long faded, his eyes are what catches Hugo's attention. They're no longer a piercing and vicious green. Only eyes, just like Nina's. Hello, Mr. Mortimer. Detective. I never got the chance to say goodbye to him. I always thought about it every day. What if Louis lived on in this world? What if he stayed a little longer with me? It's because of that constant mindset I dragged everyone down. And I kept hurting not only me, but Nina especially. I was the one who kept hurting her, the one to blame for all of this. But you, someone that I'd never met, still went out of your way to save me. Not knowing my burdens or my faults. Thank you. Hugo reaches out to Henry and smiles brightly at him. It's my pleasure, sir. But before he lets go, Henry tugs at Hugo's hand one last time. I hope that someday you too will overcome it. Ooh. Ouch. Sorry. The next day, 8 a.m. Well, good morning, Hugo. You're bright and early. Morning. With much fervor and haste, Hugo resumes writing on his notepad. Although by closer inspection, it looks like he's going to combust at any minute. Are you running up the report? Without looking up, Hugo responds back. Yeah, for the most part. You still need to write yours, too. I will, but since I haven't had breakfast yet, and I don't like eating by myself... Let me guess. 2 is better than 1? Bingo! Wow, Hugo. You really catching on. I'm so proud of you. Shut it, will you? I swear, if only I hadn't fallen off that goddamn window, maybe my report would have been shorter. Before Noah could begin to cut the bacon, he pauses at the mention of Hugo's report. Oh yeah, by the way, mind telling me what happened to the Mortimer's window? I broke it. Well, that's obvious to me, but I don't understand is, why is it broken? Do you know how much it costs to repair a window like that? I know, it was really dumb of me. I'm sorry. Besides, I told Mr. Mortimer about it before we left. Honestly, I was expecting an earful from him, but also the bill. And, surprisingly enough, he said it was okay. So what, you just called it a day after all of that? Thank you so much, Mr. Mortimer. You broke it, you paid for it. Would you chill? Of course I'll pay for it. But each time I kept insisting, he shrugged it off. Said that we already went through a lot for them, so this is nothing in comparison. You know what? He's right. After all that we went through, I deserve at least a nap. Hugo puts his pen down and proceeds to head for the couch. Colby follows after him. Wait, what about breakfast? I'll eat it later. It's nap time now. Heavily sighing, Noah sets aside the food on his desk, joins the other two at the couch. Ugh, I'm getting old. I mean, you are old. Shut it. Colby whines, asking for head scratches. Sorry, boy. Silently, Hugo scratches the back of Colby's ears as he leans closer to Noah. You know, I'm glad that you came along yesterday. Oh, what's this? Are you going to get chummy with me now? Call it chummy or whatever, but I really mean it. If you hadn't saved this back there... No. Oh, wait. Look, I told you before, I'll be there when you get yourself into reckless shit. Besides, didn't you say this is nap time? Like the real nap hours? Get some rest. You deserved it. You too. A calming silence fills the room as the three fall deeper into sleep. No big parties or celebration. Just each other's comfort, sharing the small but rewarding night's rest. Good end. A night's rest. Thank you for playing. Okay, well. Also, hi, Void. It's been an hour and 30 of stream. And I think I will close it here. I didn't really mean to stream for very long in the first place. I hope you guys enjoyed me trying out ASMR. It's hard, I'll tell you that. It's fun, but it's hard. You got through it pretty fast. I don't know. It just, I didn't feel like it was gonna be a long visual novel, honestly. Bye, Void. But yeah, I'll probably do more of these. It was pretty fun, so looking forward to more of these if you enjoyed it. I will have to improve on some things, but until next time, see you guys later.